Alright, YouTube. This is our second attempt at doing this review show. Our first one was completely botched. We did an hour and 40-minute talk.
It was something.
That was too hard for me to edit. It was just too long. And I did post it. I'm going to take it down. I will take it down, so that god-awful thing will be gone. We're going to do it again. This time we're going to film it a little bit differently, and I think it'll work out better this time. We have more of a thing going on the computer that you guys can't see, that we can see.
It'll help us stay on track, so when we start talking about who the hell knows what, we can be like, oh hey, we should probably mention something like this, and then continue on our merry, merry ways.
Right. So, okay, since this is starting a brand new thing for this show, we're going to reintroduce ourselves. Mainly for those of you, my homies at Game Betties, that want to see this review show. So, obviously, this is not going to give my gamer tag away quite yet. This is me from Game Betties. The guy who posted out the thing, that's me. Yes, my face is on the Game Betties forums, but just so you guys that haven't actually seen it, know this is me. Anyway, I will start, since I started last time and that's what you're going to say, and I'll start. Anyway.
You kind of started anyways. I didn't think I had a choice.
Well, go fuck yourself. Alright, that's awkward. I am Danster. The person had the idea for this game review show. Again, I said this last time, we had an idea for an original show that we originally did. And we might revamp that show a little bit and do it again. It's more of a comedy when this is probably going to be a little bit comical if you haven't already been told by that. But a lot of the stuff we're going to do isn't planned. Just putting that out there. This is improv to an extent. So likely if one of us starts laughing, it wasn't planned. So, anyway, I'm Danster. I started gaming on the NES when I was little. I didn't play a lot of the NES, though. I'll tell you why. I was way too little. The SNES came out when I was around 4 or 5, somewhere in there. So I played more of that. When I was little, I was really big into Mega Man. And I just liked Mega Man. I thought he was cool with his little, gun arm, and but I actually grew into RPGs then. My favorite game of all time being Final Fantasy II, Japanese 2, American 4. I love that game. I think it's the best game ever made. A lot of people disagree with that, saying it was either too short or just too wacky, too out there. It was a little out there, I'll admit that, but I'll do a review on that later, so we'll get there. That's kind of my history. I moved up from the SNES to the 64, where I think the greatest shooter of all time, which we'll talk about later, we're not doing a review on it, but we're going to talk about it, was made, and that was Perfect Dark. Reverend Hammer, you're going to get your wish. I'm going to tell you exactly what I think about that game. Anyway, again, 64 was my big gaming years. Mario Kart, 64,
Good stuff.
Diddy Kong Racing.
Diddy Kong Racing, yes.
I think, was it Banjo-Kazooie on the 64?
Yes, Banjo-Kazooie, anything good in the James Bond world.
Right. GoldenEye, another good one. And the Donkey Kong Adventures, which is a great game.
Yes.
The family of Donkey Kong. That game was addicting as hell. I never actually owned it, which I did. But there's a lot more games I played the 64. Those are just like the top ones that I can remember. Of course, Mario 64. Duh. Again, we got PS1, PS2. Now I'll tell you what I currently own, so you guys... no, we're not going to tell your gamer tags. Not going to happen. But, not yet. But I currently own... He doesn't own these. He owns a couple of them, but I own a PSP, DS, Game Boy Advances, SP, that kind of stuff, PS3, and 360. I don't think I missed anything in there. Oh, and a computer. This one and the one that's actually sitting right next to us, on which I don't play too many computer games. I play Heroes of Might and Magic, if you guys know what that is. And
if you don't, you really owe it to yourselves to go out and play it right now.
Yeah.
You're really missing out.
We'll probably eventually do a review on that one. Probably the only PC game we'll ever review. And it'll probably be like a general review of like all of them as opposed to just one of them. But again, different day. I also play EverQuest, for those of you who know what that is. Moving on to the next little part of this whole thing. Gaming specialties. I'll just throw mine out there. RPGs, mainly tactical RPGs. Things I do in tactical RPGs is wrong and disturbing. Ask him. Also, sports games. I'm the review show sports guy. I watch more sports than he does. I play sports games he does not. So any sports games that comes out that I'll probably run them all. Unless they're like hockey, because who wants to play hockey? Or soccer, because who wants to play soccer? Except for him. I hate soccer. But those are kind of my specialties. RPGs, sports games. I'm missing one. I can't think of what it is right now, but I'm sure I'll remember at some point. So, anyway, on to my co-host here, Lunchbox.
I am Lunchbox, and I am Lunchbox. Gaming history, I also started at the NES era, but unlike him, I played quite a bit. Some would say I probably fried my brain from video games when I was 6, but that doesn't actually really happen. I then moved on to the SNES, where I still played a lot. Granted, I didn't get really into the RPGs. Dude, not cool. Let's see, yes, the SNES, a lot of more of the action-adventure platforming type of deals, like, for those of you who don't know, the rare gem of that awesome-tastic Michael Jordan game where you're fending off giant spiders in the sewers with basketballs. It's one of the best games ever made. It really is. It's awesome.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. PS1, 360, etc., etc. Why do you even care about my gaming history? Why am I talking about it? I don't know. My specialties!
I will tell you why we're talking our gaming histories before he tells you his specialties. We're telling you that so that you know our history, so you know what we're into, how long we've been playing, and how much knowledge we have of what we're talking about. How long you've been doing something usually can determine how knowledgeable you are about the subject. Answers your question, answers theirs. Continue.
Okay, well, here's another question they have. Why are you such a homo? I'm sorry, that was mean. My specialties really include
kill myself.
Action adventure, shooters, really anything and all things violent, or Lego. Yes, Lego.
Legos rule!
The Legos do rule, and if you hate the Lego games for whatever reason, you just need to go jump off a cliff now, because Lego still kicks ass, and I can say that even though I'm 21.
Tess is gonna hug you. Anyway, hi Tess, if you're watching this, you're still one of my good friends. And Delta, please don't make fun of me for this, I know you will. Anyway, I think that's it for our histories. Oh, your specialties. Right.
Specialties, yeah. Roundabout way of saying it, every year during Christmas, the ESRB will release a list, top 10 games for your kids to avoid. Chances are, I love all 10 of those games. He's
Manhunt.
laughing because he knows it's true.
Oh, Manhunt was a good game.
It was a good game.
Fuck the ESRB. I think all children should play that game.
Anyway! I think the world would be a better place if all kids played Manhunt too, but still.
So your specialties would be...
I already talked about that.
Did you?
Were... Yes, I did.
Okay, I'm an idiot. That'll probably be edited out. But, okay, so that's our specialties, and we'll get to our reviews shortly. So,